Oh my God. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, world. My name is Barrister Pink Republic, aka the Princess of Umukbu Oka, Anambra State. So I have a message from Uncle Ned Nwoko to our dear beloved Regina. So just in case she did not hear, you can find this length is a very lengthy notice to her. So let me help her and convey, just in case she has not gone to her post, because she keeps saying that the man wants me back, he wants me back, I know his problem, he wants me back, he wants me back. So dear Madam Regina, there is a message from your ex-husband Ned Nwoko to you. Or Senator Nwoko is not chatting with Regina and does not want her back in the house. All he's insisting on is that she should be encouraged to go to therapy. It is important to state that Regina continues to be completely under the influence of hard drugs, and whatever she says are lies from the pit of hell. For example, the allegation of drugs and sex are a figment of her wide imagination and can never be substantiated. Please look at a verifiable WhatsApp message from Senator Ned Nwoko to Regina on 17th of October. This message contained the last documented communication of expression of frustration and ultimatum of return to rehabilitation or no longer will fund your lifestyle. It was after this message that Regina went violent and berserk, destroying cars and other properties. According to Senator Ned Nwoko, she was not violent previously. She began to lie about everything. She became dirty. Her environment became dirty. He had to encourage her to shower. He had to encourage her to go to sleep in her room. Within the last 9 months, Regina became something else. Then came Fina with her friends. He tolerated them only because he was trying to manage Regina's situation. He woke up one morning around 5 a.m. to use the bathroom and suddenly found Regina in his bathroom. He was shocked that she videoed him in the bathroom and posted it online. That is how irrational she had become in those moments. If anyone around her claims to love her and care for the kids, they should take her to a respected rehab center and all this nonsense will stop. So attached to it is the message from October 17. I will not lie to you, I'm a little bit exhausted seeing them online. But why I said I should post this thing, because she has been saying that this man wants her back. And this man is saying, I don't want her back in my house. So I don't even know what to believe in this matter. That is the truth. That's why sometimes I don't like discussing about husband and wife issue. Because the truth about all these things boils down to the fact that one person is lying. Because the Regina I see online speaking, she looks same to me. But the problem I have with Regina is the continuous admittance of, I was taking drugs because you wanted it and you want your children back. Are you sure the court will grant your prayers of taking care of your children if you are even accepting on the internet that I have taken drugs but he wanted it? Regina, your father is a lawyer. I want to beg Regina's father to help me curtail Regina, because anything she's saying today will be used against her in any court of law. And the evidence is real because she's the one saying and posting it online. And this back and forth with that is Moroccan wife, I want Regina to stop it. Because I think they keep collecting evidence. They make her, they infuriate her, and she will admit and respond to it. It's looking like collection of evidence. That's the truth, in case people are not paying attention. Whoever know Regina Daniels, to tell her to focus on her fashion, her movie, and do other things online. But you see this back and forth with Ned Nwoko's Moroccan wife. To me, I see it as collection of evidence. It's like she will throw out one bullet and Regina will just run. It's looking as if they are collecting evidence. So she has to make sure. The father is a lawyer now, Mr. Daniels. I don't know if that's the real name, but the truth is that as your Regina father, we know her as Regina Daniels. Please tell your daughter to, from now, to start keeping quiet. She's throwing out so much out there, and maybe that is not how it happened, but because of the way they threw out the question or try to infuriate her, to me, I see it as collection of evidence. And I also want to beg Ned Nwoko that I will not say Regina is a child. Somebody that is 24 25 years old now, I will not say she's a child. I want you to, if you're angry, look at it that you are an elder. You understand? Find a way to walk around this thing so that all this accusation back. How would you like if your children, when they grow up, they see all this thing on the internet? It's obvious that you are particular about your reputation, so you can make it stop, right? And I will always encourage people that want to delve into this polygamy to have separate houses for their wives, putting all of them in one house. It will always be like that movie, that series back when we were growing up, Fuji House of Commotion. It will always be like that because everybody wants to outdo themselves. But if they're in different houses, I think you should pay attention to me. I understand that. Put, as Regina now is now in wherever place she bought a house in Lagos, let her remain there. If you are still interested in her, you can visit her there. But mixing all the wives together, I don't think anything will come out from it, because women, we are naturally jealous, right? We are what? Naturally jealous, and we don't give a hoot who that person is. Even if that person, the co-wife, is their best friend, they might start very good, but at the end it will always turn out to be nasty. So Ned Nwoko, I'm advising you to separate all your wives, let them be in different houses, and if possible, invite the one you need at a time to you, or you visit them. But you see this polygamy of keeping all your wives together, anybody that want to live long should separate their wives and put them in different houses. And also speak to your Moroccan wife. She's inciting, because the way I'm seeing it, they say I don't give food, they don't eat my food. To me, it's not necessary. If you really want peace in your house, you tell everybody to hold their grounds and don't involve themselves in the matter between you and one of your wives. Remember that her children are with you, so it will infuriate her. Everything will annoy her. So at least you're a lawyer, you know that you can't deprive a mother. At least let the children go for holidays and they come back to you. You have to find a way for either partial custody for now. I will not say any parents should get full custody, because one day the children will grow up and the first place they always run to is their mother. So you must allow, you're a lawyer, you know these things. You can't hold on children forever. At least give her partial custody. So that's my advice I would dish out to you. Let me quickly move on to the next thing, because it's so sad for me to see people. Once upon a time, everybody loved their this thing. So Miyetti Allah Writes to United States Congress seeks removal from proposed sanction list. So Miyetti Allah, I want to establish the story. The Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, they call them MACBAN, said it has formally written to the United States Congress through the American Embassy in Abuja, urging the lawmakers to withdraw the group's name from a proposed sanction list under the United States House Resolution 860, which targets entities accused of violating religious freedom in Nigeria. Addressing a press conference on Sunday in Abuja, MACBAN President Baba Othman Ngezama rejected what he described as misleading and incompetent assertions contained in the resolution, insisting that MACBAN is a lawful social, cultural, and economic association, not a militia or violent organization. The group said the resolution claims blur the line between criminal elements operating in the rural areas and law-abiding pastoralists who are themselves victims of worsening insecurity. It emphasized that MACBAN, registered by the federal government in 1986, has no historical or organization linked to the extremists and should not be equated to Fulani ethnic militias listed in the bill. The group's reaction comes as U.S. lawmakers consider a bill sponsored by Congressman Christopher Smith, which proposes visa bans and asset freezes on individuals and organizations deemed responsible for severe violation of religious freedom under the International Religious Freedom Act. The bill lists MACBAN, Miyetti Allah Writes and Fulani ethnic militias as entities of particular concern, alongside globally sanctioned groups such as Boko Haram, ISIS West Africa, the Taliban, and the Houthis. If passed, the bill would empower U.S. authorities. If passed, the bill would empower U.S. authorities to impose visa bans and asset freezes on individuals linked to the named entities. The proposed sanction forms part of a broader United States initiative to address what Washington described as violation of religious freedom in Nigeria. President Donald Trump recently designated Nigeria a country of particular concern and instructed Congressman Riley Moore and House Appropriation Committee Chairman Tom Cole to investigate alleged attacks on Christian communities. The federal government rejected the allegation, insisting that Nigeria's constitution guarantees freedom of worship. Despite this, Trump reportedly directs the United States Department of War to prepare for potential action. Ngezama said MACBAN's decades-long record of collaboration with security agencies, peace-building institutions, and international partners contradicts any suggestion of complicity in violence. He cited partnership with the Nigerian Police Force, Nigerian Armed Forces, NSCDC, NIPSS, state peace-building agency, traditional rulers, as well as international organizations including USAID, Mercy Corps, Search for Common Ground, and the Center of Humanitarian. On and on and on. It's a very long article. But the truth about all this thing is that the way people will always tell me and say, as an Igbo girl, I should speak to my people, I want to also speak to this Miyetti Allah. So who are the people who constitute that group? It is Fulani, right? Who are the people attacking? People accuse the herdsmen, which are, I would say 80% may be Fulani, right? So the truth about all this thing is that you people too should speak to your people. It's getting out of hand, and you are putting Nigeria on the map as a country of concern. So at this point, we should not be looking for who we are going to blame or we are not. Because let me tell you, when I read the story of Alimi, yes, the Alimi was a storybook when I read when I was small. But I was shocked when I was going, I'm always reading history from here to here. But I was shocked when I read the real story about the sister Ona Kankafo and how he was heading Kwara, and how Alimi, who is a Fulani man, penetrated Kwara with prayers and every other thing, right? And all of a sudden they took over Kwara. That's why we have more movements in Kwara. And somebody has asked me this question over again. Why is there penal code and why is there civil law in South and there's penal code in the North? So all these things started from the time of Lord Lugard. So it's not that we agreed. No, it has always been there that they penetrated the North introducing penal code. That's the time of Lord Lugard. That's pre our independence, right? So that because they found out that the Islamic people, they have their own existing laws on how they carry their how they punish their criminals, right? So that was how penal code was included. You can go and read it in the history. That was how penal code found its way to our criminal code, right? So they did it purposely so that how will I say, to crystallize it. But this penal code is not applicable to people living in the South. So I'm shocked that some people living in the South are clamoring for Sharia law for Muslims living in the South. Because if you go and check our constitution and the criminal code, it has been divided already that in the North they are going to operate penal code, right? And in the Southwest and Southeast and every other places, they are going to, I'll use the word South, they are going to operate with the civil law and the normal criminal code, right? So I'm even wondering why people believe that it is okay to be infusing what is already constitutionalized. And the more we do this thing, I will use the word a little bit selfish. Some people want to be free from all that. Why are you trying to infuse it? And what people don't understand is that all this thing is happening because by the time the world look at the fact that, oh, they are killing both Christians and Muslims, who is our president? Our president is Muslim, our vice president is Muslim. The world is not thinking that, oh, they are also good people. They're also thinking that, oh, these people want to Islamize, they want to choke even the existing Christians, push it on them that they have to be Christians. You understand? That they have to be Muslims. So we should look at every other thing we are portraying to the world. And I will keep saying it that Nigeria, our mouth is too loud, right? Yes, we are complaining. Let's focus on the issue. Where they praise us as Nigeria, we should accept the praise. We should not go there and be complaining unnecessarily. Now we are facing insecurity, so we should all speak to ourselves, our tribes, our religious people, that we don't want this, we want peace, right? So that everybody will have, if you want to pray in your mosque, pray in your mosque freely. If you want to pray in your church, pray in your church freely. But this thing is getting out of hand. I don't know how you people sleep, but every day I cry. Like, people are beginning to see the number of people that die as is usual. How many people even die? Share the other time, now 10 people now die. Now the blessing are 5. Or the other time now 40 people die. Now 20. Do you know what it is to create a life? What do you know? What are you Jesus Christ assistant or God assistant to create a life? That you know how to create a human being? We should all look at this thing. And what I have seen over time, what is dividing us is our religion, our tribe, and even the way we speak to ourselves. We don't regard ourselves as anything. So I have said this thing over and over again. To solve all this issue, on our documents, they should not know who is who. All this nationality and all that, they should remove it. It's only Nigeria you should write there. That is all. Your nationality, Nigeria, not state of origin. Even the person that is giving you passport, he will see you smiling. Immediately you don't open your you are from Anambra. All these Igbo people. You people don't know the effect of that thing. Rwanda had to solve this problem by just that single fact, that everybody should identify as a Rwandan, not as any Tutsi or Tutsi. People should be careful how they project these tribal wars and the way they speak and the way they say it in front of their children, because this will pass from one generation to another generation. Nigeria needs prayers. That is the truth. If you say we have prayed, no, Nigeria actually needs continuous prayers. So that is all I will say. Speak to Miyetti Allah, speak to your people, let them stop, because they are the ones giving you bad name. Even if you register it, most of the courts that you have been hearing about, they are also registered. Just in case you don't know, they will even flaunt their certificates for you. So please speak to your people, let them stop all this fighting. Thank you. So let me move over to the movie section. So in the movie section, number 1, we have Thicker Than Water. This Thicker Than Water is the must watch, especially people that trust their siblings 100%, and especially that sibling that has been a trouble in your life, that have acted selfishly several times in your life. This is the time to know them. You have this movie is being shown on Amazon Prime. It's a must watch. You can see how a sibling will lure somebody of the same blood just to acquire her carcass. So go her human body. So go and watch it, that you are not like your siblings can use it for a ritual. Your parents can use it for a ritual. You have to be watchful. If nothing, because to me, I found out that If I was the one, I would not go and sleep in a village and look for any sibling that is not looking for me. That is my kind of person. People always say I'm harsh. I don't look for people that don't look for me. Yeah. The sibling, this girl, over the time has shown you her ways in one way or the other. So you have to be watchful, you have to be prayerful around even some of your siblings, because some of your siblings are your enemies, in case you don't know. So you have to identify them and know how to stay away from them. And it's not because, oh, the person is my sister, my person my brother, they say, come, let us go. You have to know where you are going to, and also tell other people where you are going to. So that is all I will say about this movie. Then the other one is a World War II movie on YouTube. It is called The Only Way. The Only Way is a 1970 World War II movie. This movie depicts how the Jews were terrorized by the Germans, and how propaganda, that's where I'm coming from, propaganda has been telling them for over the years that they want to exterminate the Jews, and people will still sit down there. So sometimes you have to work on this gossip sometimes and find a way out of your life, right? So this movie established how the very wealthy Jews, how they lost most of their goods and every other thing. It's a very lovely movie. Go to YouTube, you will see that movie and you enjoy it. So that is all I have for you now. So don't forget to shop with us at Antoinette Supermarket, 87B Olani Street, New Okoba, Lagos. Bye for now.